Okay, so today we're diving into something that's been everywhere lately, generative AI. And I mean, it's gone way past just, being a tech trend, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Everyone's talking about it, but we're going beyond the hype today, right? Really trying to uncover how this could actually impact your work, your life.
Exactly. And what I find really interesting about this deep dive specifically is the range of sources we're using.
Yeah,
It's not just, the usual tech analysis. We've got those big picture reports like that McKinsey one.
right.
We've got real companies, what they're actually doing. And even, well, this one's kind of cool, how AI is showing up in music production now.
I know, right? And that's what we love, those aha moments.
Right.
So to be clear, if you're listening, we're assuming you know the AI basics. This is the deep end. We're jumping right in. Generative AI in action, how it's changing, well, everything from healthcare to you name it.
And just to ground us, right, when we say generative AI, we're talking about systems that don't just analyze, they create something new based on all that data they've learned from.
Huge distinction, right?
Yeah, it's not just crunching numbers. It's like machines writing music now.
Which is kind of mind-blowing when you think about it, that creation aspect. Like the eWeek article, they talk about Synthesizer V. It uses, what is it, deep neural networks.
Yeah, so those deep neural networks, think of them like trying to mimic how the human brain learns, but on this massive scale.
Yeah.
So for Synthesizer V, it's analyzed tons of vocal data, and now it can generate totally new singing in different languages, even if you, the user, don't speak that language.
Imagine that, being able to create a song in any language.
Right.
That is wild. So before we get too far down the rabbit hole, let's bring this back to reality a bit. How is this actually being used right now? And it's not just Silicon Valley stuff.
No, and that's what's so fascinating. We're seeing it everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's not just automating the same old stuff. It's like changing how we even approach problems across the board.
Okay, so rapid fire round, generative AI in action. Ready.
I'm ready.
Let's start with, okay, this one's close to home for a lot of us, I'm sure, healthcare. Imagine just taking a picture of a mole on your skin with your phone, and it could tell you if it's skin cancer.
And that's exactly what Skin Vision is working on, right? Using generative AI to look at those images, flagging anything off. Because it could catch things, early signs that even a doctor might miss at first.
It's like instant peace of mind instead of waiting for that checkup, a little health assistant in your pocket, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, but then this one surprised me. Generative AI is showing up in online shopping now.
All the time, yeah.
Oh.
You might not even realize it, but those product descriptions you see, probably written by AI soon.
No way.
Yeah, Shopify's already on it. They're using it to tailor those descriptions.
Yeah.
What appeals to you specifically.
So it's not just here's a coat. It's this coat is perfect for your climate.
Exactly. Highlights the features that matter to you, keeps you from scrolling forever.
Right. Makes you more likely to actually buy it, too, probably, because it's what you want.
Yeah. Less frustration, fewer returns, win-win.
It's crazy how this tech just fits in everywhere.
That's totally good.
Yeah. Okay. This one I thought was really interesting because not everyone's super techie, but cybersecurity.
Oh, huge area for it. Yeah.
It's you need a degree to understand it half the time.
Right. But CrowdStrike, they're using AI to translate all that complex stuff into plain English.
So you could just, ask your computer, am I safe?
Basically. Well, more like it can explain things in a way anyone understands, even without the jargon.
Which is huge, because that stuff's important for everyone.
Absolutely. Makes it accessible.
Okay, but then on the business side, this one's very specific, but those requests for proposals, RFPs, such a pain.
Oh, I know the feeling.
Wonderful. They're using AI to, auto-generate responses to the common stuff.
Which is brilliant, right? Because so much of it, I is just repeating the same info.
It's like having an intern who never sleeps can just crank that stuff out.
Frees you up for the important parts.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay, last stop on our little world tour here. We got to end with fashion. Puma's even getting in on this.
Oh, yeah, they're all about it.
What, they're having AI design sneakers now?
Not quite, but close.
Yeah.
They're using it to customize those product photos you see.
How do you even do that?
So, you're browsing for a hoodie, right? If you're in Canada, you see it with a snowy background. But someone in Australia, they get the sunny beach vibe.
Wait, so it knows where you are? That's kind of creepy, but also really cool.
That's the thing with this tech, right? It's pushing those boundaries.
Oh, okay. So we've gone from, life or death healthcare to, hoodies in, 5 minutes.
It's everywhere.
And it does make you wonder, with all this automation, are we all out of a job soon?
That's the big question, isn't it? But I think the reality is more complicated than that.
So what are we thinking? robots take over, or,
Yeah.
well, the way I see it, it's not robots taking over. It's more like they're giving us a power-up.
Yeah, exactly. It's augmenting what we can already do.
Right. Not replacing.
The McKinsey report, remember that one? They were saying generative AI could add like trillions to the global economy.
Trillion.
Trillions, but not by getting rid of jobs, by changing how they work.
So it's not us versus them. It's more like teaming up almost.
Exactly. Think of it as generative AI handles the boring stuff, the repetitive tasks, and that frees us up to be more creative, more strategic, that higher level thinking.
So like in marketing, right? Because everyone uses that example.
Sure.
AI could probably write ad copy by now, maybe even whole campaigns, but someone's still got to come up with a strategy.
Exactly. Understanding the audience, analyzing if it even worked, that's still human.
So your skills just kind of level up. You got to adapt.
That's all about adaptability. If you're not learning throughout your career these days, you're going to get left behind, right?
It's like learning to surf. You got to ride that wave or it'll wipe you out.
Love that analogy. And the good news is there are already resources out there to help people do exactly that.
Oh, yeah. That eWeek article, they actually listed a few generative AI courses. So if you're listening and you're like, okay, I need to get on this, there are places to start.
And for those in sales and marketing specifically, definitely check out that Upwork article. It breaks down the AI tools for generating leads.
Yeah, because who wants to do that manually anymore?
Let the machines handle it.
So, wow, we've covered a lot.
We really have. It's such a fast-moving field.
AI, writing music, changing how we diagnose illnesses, and like the future of work itself.
And this is still early days. We
Well-
probably haven't even imagined half of what this tech can do.
It's exciting, but kind of makes you think, what are the questions we should be asking?
Right, because it's not all going to be smooth sailing. There are going to be bumps along the way.
So to everyone listening, dive in, learn as much as you can, because this does affect all of us.
This isn't science fiction anymore. It's shaping the world and now.
That's a wrap for today's deep dive on generative AI. Hopefully you learned a thing or two, and hey, maybe you're even a little inspired.
Always the goal.
Until next time, stay curious out there.